Hi, I'm Amanda and welcome to the Hot Plate. Today I've teamed up with Summer Fresh Salads to bring you some quick and delicious back-to-school meal ideas. Today's recipe is a mushroom marsala pork scaloppini that's ready in just minutes and perfect for busy weeknight meals. Let's get started.
For our dish, we've got 4 boneless pork chops, we've got 2 large eggs, 1 cup of milk, we've got 1 container of Summer Fresh Salads new fresh refrigerated mushroom marsala sauce, a 1/4 cup of canola oil, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 cups of dry breadcrumbs, some freshly ground black pepper, and some kosher salt. Transfer 1 boneless pork chop to a large sheet of parchment paper or plastic wrap. To ensure even thickness in cooking, go ahead and trim the excess fat from the pork chop and discard. Cover that pork chop with another sheet of parchment paper or plastic wrap and pound it with a meat mallet or the bottom of a heavy small pot until it's 1/6 of an inch thick. Now we'll go ahead, transfer the pork chops onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and season them on both sides with salt and pepper. Now for the dips. Make sure to use large, shallow bowls to make dipping and dredging even easier. Into 1 bowl, crack in the eggs, and then pour in the milk. Whisk this until it comes together and is completely combined. Next, mix the breadcrumbs with the garlic powder and the cayenne pepper. Now that we've got both of our dips assembled, it's time to make our pork scaloppini. The secret is to use 1 hand for the wet and 1 hand for the dry ingredients, and this avoids your hands ending up looking like paper mache. So first, we'll use our right hand to dip our pork chop into the egg mixture to make sure it's fully and thoroughly coated, and then let any excess drip off. Next, we'll pop it into our dry breadcrumb mixture and we'll dredge it through this, and using our left hand, we'll go ahead and scoop a little bit of our breadcrumb mixture over top, making sure to pat it down until it's thoroughly coated. You can again shake off any excess and then transfer it onto a clean baking sheet. Before we start cooking the pork, let's get our sauce warming on the oven. Today I'm using Summer Fresh Salads new fresh refrigerated mushroom marsala sauce. It's a great addition to pork because of its rich creamy flavor and its blend of cremini, porcini, and button mushrooms. Once we get that simmering on the stove over medium heat, we'll just give it a stir every few minutes to make sure that it's bubbling away nicely. To cook the pork, add the canola oil into a large skillet. Then, working in batches, cook the pork scaloppini until it's golden on both sides. This should take about 5 minutes a side or 10 minutes total. Transfer the cooked pork scaloppini onto a baking sheet that's lined with a wire rack. You can now sprinkle this with a little bit more salt to season, and then transfer the baking sheet into an oven preheated to 200 degrees Fahrenheit to keep the pork warm while you continue to cook the remaining pieces. Our chops are all cooked and it's time to serve. I like to serve my pork scaloppini with wild rice and a few big spoonfuls of mushroom marsala sauce, and of course a sprinkle of fresh parsley for a little color. There you have it, an easy back-to-school meal that the whole family is guaranteed to love. Thanks for checking out the Hot Plate, and for more information about Summer Fresh's line of fresh refrigerated sauces, please check out their website, www.summerfreshsauces.com.